You want a better world, you have to have a better people. If you want a safer society, you have to create safer human beings. It's not the guns that shoot themselves. It's human beings that pull the trigger. If you have other kinds of evil, political corruption, it's human beings that are behind it. Then behind those human beings are demons. So evil spirits are behind the scene. They don't see them, but then they walk through human beings on the scene. That's how the system works. There is a seen and unseen. There is a seen and an unseen dimension to evil. When you transform human beings, you cut off from Satan the instrument he needs to work on the earth. When more people get saved and when more people go through transformation, Satan loses capacity to function on the earth, because the devil is not able to function here till he finds people, and God is not able to function here till he finds men. Both the positive supernatural and the negative supernatural needs human beings, human vehicles to express themselves on the earth. The greatest thing God needs is somebody to provide him his body, to cover himself so he can enter into the earth realm. Once he came here, it was a woman that provided him the earth clothing, the earthen vessel. And he spent 9 months in that woman's womb in order to get completely dressed. How long does it take you to dress up in your wardrobe? It takes a spirit being 9 months to dress up here. If not, you can come out without a hat and you have to return because you can't function. Or you can come out here without legs and then you have to be rolling on wheelchairs. Or you can come out here without eyes. The spirit inside has eyes, but the body he's living in has no eyes. You know what happened when the driver has eyes, but the vehicle has no headlamp? You know, no lights. Those are the eyes in the car. Yeah? So you want to drive in the night, the driver can't see. You know what it means for the driver to have a voice, but the car does not have a horn. So the driver wants to tell the upcoming vehicle, stop, stop, or warn the man that is crossing the road, don't do that, you will die. So the driver presses the horn, nothing comes out. The driver can speak, but the body he's using can't. So, you know what happens when a person dies? Is that your vehicle packs up, but you are still fine. And what happened? The man will have to remove the seat belt. The Bible calls it in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, the silver cord. That's what holds the human spirit to the human body. There is a seat belt that binds the soul and the body. So now the vehicle is packed. The guy can't move anymore, so he removes the seat belt and leaves the body. And then you say that guy is dead. He's not dead. It's the vehicle that packed. The man is still alive. Have you seen a car with accident that had accident and is damaged, but the driver came out? Yeah. Sometimes you see the guy standing on the side looking at his car. That's what usually happens when people die. Sometimes they hang around for days, sometimes for hours, before they proceed to their eternal destiny. Jesus, after coming out of the grave, hung around for 40 days. And he didn't come out alone. He came out with all the dead people of all ages, all the Old Testament saints. If you want, I'll show it to you. And they were hanging around for 40. You know what is 40 days? That's 5 weeks, 5 days. There are times people have died physically. They are still around. We had one of the most amazing keyboardists. His father founded the music department of the University of Nigeria in Nsukka. Yeah. The pioneer professor of that department, one of his sons died. And in a motor accident. They went for an event and played all night. It was a vigil. Friday, all night. So early hours of the morning, they decided to drive, and they were driving to a nearby state using the highway. But you know, these men have been awake all night. And so there were two of them. The driver slept off. And when he was struggling with his eyes, he could have parked and they could have slept, maybe for an hour or two and then continue. Or you let another person drive. But the guy that was sitting with him slept off, and he was struggling with his eye. He slept off. So he woke up under a trailer. The vehicle has gone under a trailer. And the other man was crushed. He sustained some wound. And other vehicles came and took two of them. One went into one vehicle, the other went into another vehicle. And the people who came to take them took them to two different hospitals. They brought the driver to the first hospital looking lifeless, but they worked on him. He came back. He survived. They took the other guy looking lifeless to a second hospital. Guess what they did? They dumped his body in a mortuary. He was not dead yet. He was still around. But the body is damaged. So you see, the driver can have his two legs walking, but the body, the car he drives, has the two tires busted. So that driver can move. He can move on his own, but inside the car, he's not able to move. Has your car ever frustrated you? And have you ever driven a car that was giving problem? That's what happens when your body is sick. You know how you take your car to mechanics for fixing? That's why we take our bodies to doctors. They are mechanics. It's just that they work on biological machine. And the other ones work on that other man-made machine. Yes, you guys are mechanics. And there are times you cut stuff. Eh? When they have to cut leg because gangrene has set in so bad and the diabetes and they have to cut that part off. There are times they have to do operations. Once a doctor was describing for me that they use some of the tools mechanics use, like welding tools. And they weld and you see flesh, fire. Flesh will smell, you see smoke in operating room. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Which one is more difficult? Working on car or working on the human body? What do you think? Working on human body. Because while you are operating on the heart, you have to keep the heart beating. You can't stop the heart, and then when you finish, you can bring it back. The man is gone. You know, a car, you can remove the engine for 2 weeks. When you are ready, you bring it back. When you remove the engine here, when you come back, the original driver has gone. So you can put back the physical heart, and the real man is gone.